Hello again. I'm still Ben, back to the hatch to find out what our topic is today. Wall Street and the stock market. Wall Street, stock market. Boy, you guys who got like advertising, marketing, and business degrees aren't going to like this one. This is something that has been not very long around. You know, this is not something that was crucial or in any way necessary for a financial system to function. I think at this point, we've seen the amount of corruption that has happened through this kind of system. The bubbles and crashes are highly predictable or even controllable by the right groups choosing what to do and choosing to crash them, like our current president, inflating things by making inflammatory statements from the international stage and then backing out instead so that they can bubble up the value of something. The guy's made billions of dollars while in office. There's nothing more obviously criminal, I think. So sorry, stock market. Sorry, Wall Street. We don't actually need this system at all in place. And my policy would be to do away with it entirely. No more stock market. No more Wall Street. It's not necessary. Oh, but how are people going to invest in things? Other ways. There are definitely financial experts who are more expert than I am. I only have a BS and a business degree. There are people smarter than me to figure out how investments should work in a more fair and balanced way. But when it comes to the amount of corruption we see, the amount of problems it causes, like, hey, this stock market crashed. The global economy's tanking again. Why do we have part of a system that crashes on the regular and screws everyone over? Doesn't seem like part of a system we need. Doesn't seem like anything that's good at all. And if you're asking instead of, how do we invest for things, frankly, I think the direction of society is supposed to be democratic. So in a large part, I believe in the government, issuing statements that push businesses and things in the direction that's needed. Like, hey, we don't have enough farmers right now. You should go, we need more farmers or something. Hey, this industry right now, it's teachers especially. Hey, we've got teacher shortages and expert shortages in areas that we need a lot more of. Well, that should be taken as an example of what to do, and I think on a larger scale, how we shape that and how the money gets moved around is much more in the hands of the people. We simply don't need to have something that's so unreliable as the stock market. This is terrible because, now we're doing things like, betting on, water futures. We're betting on genocides. The stock market has started this is just legalized rich person gambling is all a stock market is, because people are taking bets and investments based on like right now, for instance, are we going to take over Greenland? Hey, are we going to invade, and is NATO going to have to step in and stop us? That's the kind of stuff that is being allowed on the stock market now. And when you allow that level of sickening corruption, when you're allowed to bet on wars, and then it becomes its own problem. It becomes the thing that drives society in particular directions. And again, that's the democratic government's job. All right, that's all of our jobs collectively together to decide what we want to do and how we want to live. And this is one of the elements that is standing in the way of that. So, sorry, stock market. If anybody ever decides to put me in charge, you're done. My name's Ben Howison. Sursum Corda.